Precious Prodigy Peter Parker by concreteflour. Chapter 1. Too Smart for a School of Geniuses. "Cheating?" exclaimed a very confused Principal Moritor as he opened the door for one of his teachers. "Not exactly, and I thank you for taking the time to see me," said Brenda Williams, Midtown School for Science and Technology, resident chemistry instructor. Yes, but now I am confused," said the principal. "The note that Miss Gray said left on my desk said you were concerned about cheating students." "I am concerned about cheating, but not in that way. For the first time in my career, I believe I am cheating a student," replied the teacher. Still confused. "You know Peter Parker?" "Of course. A very good student with only slight disciplinary problems, late for class, excessive absences, and more often than not asleep in class. I can't believe that he would be cheating," the principal said. "Let me explain," said Mrs. Williams. "In all the years I've taught here, the favourite thing I've known is to watch the light of understanding come on for one of my students, or to help someone who is having difficulty with chemistry to get it. There are enough difficult areas in our course, and remember, it's an AP course, that at least everyone has something to work through. At least until I've met Mr. Parker. For lack of a better word, he's bored, like this course is beneath him. And it is. I don't know how, but it is. He is currently the top student in the class with 106%. "Even more confused," the principal said with a lift of his eyebrows. "If he is doing that good, how can you're cheating him? You should be proud of how well one of your students is doing." "Let me show you something," and Ms. Williams reached into the folder she had brought with her. "This is the test Peter took 2 weeks ago. As you can see, he scored 110%, everything perfect with 2 bonus questions." "But you've said he was the best student. Shouldn't he be doing well?" Mr. Moritor asked. "He should, but the problem is that while all his classmates took a test on what we had just covered, this test is for the material we will cover next semester. We haven't even started on this part of the programme yet." "Why did you do that?" Moritor asked. "I wanted to see where he was at academically. I think you agree he shouldn't have gotten a perfect score on something he shouldn't have seen. If he would have struggled, I would have said the test got mixed in by mistake. But that's only the beginning." Ms. Williams paused. "Do I want to know?" asked the principal. A chuckle escaped from the chemistry teacher. "Well, I have bent the rules a bit, but only on behalf of my student. I gave another test yesterday." Ms. Williams pulled out another test. "Peter had a different test than everyone else. Actually, he took a test I had when I was well into my master's programme at NYU. There is no way he should have even understood what was on the page, yet alone be able to work out the needed processes. This wasn't just chemical equations and balancing formulas. This was identifying processes to develop compounds with catalysts and the many steps to formulate an end-state compound from other starting points." "Let me guess, he did well?" A sigh. "He did better than I did after 5 years of college. 2 of the processes he used I had to look up and check on. One is a part of what is probably going to be the Nobel winner this year. How would he even know that? The other is something I couldn't even find, but the basic reaction is sound, and the possibility of a shorter reaction process is intriguing. There is no way a sophomore can have that type of knowledge. He was even the first one done with the test. Hell, pardon me, but he could teach my class and I could learn from him. So if I say someone is cheating, it's me. There is no way I can effectively teach him anything, and I am just wasting his time. But I want to know how he could get to this level so young." "What are you recommending?" "We need to find out where he is academically and adjust his curriculum accordingly, or skip him a grade, or 2, or 7, whatever it takes. Even if he has a part of the ability he seems to, we are wasting his life here. What could he accomplish if he is given the tools to learn properly? What good could Peter Parker do if he had the ability?" "Where do you think he has gotten the knowledge?" asked the principal. I don't know. I've heard talk that he has an internship with Stark Industries, but others say he doesn't. But even if he did, how could he be getting this level of education off an internship? You're supposed to make coffee and copy papers, not develop new chemical processes. Principal Moritor rubbed a hand over his chin. I know he has some paperwork that says he has an internship, and yes, it's with SI, but it's in no way complete. It's something I should probably follow up on. Maybe he's spending all night reading textbooks. That could be why he sleeps in class. He's so reserved he probably has no sort of life outside of school, SI notwithstanding. He'd need access to a university-style lab to begin understanding the dynamics of chemical reactions he has described. He'd have to be working with experienced lab professionals to understand the process. I've seen him in the cafeteria, by himself or with the computer porn kid, something Leeds, I think. They don't appear to be socially active with their peers. I believe you're right. Peter is reserved. The only frequent interactions he has is with a very small group of friends, and some interactions with Flash Thompson. Those are problematic because it appears Thompson is bullying Parker, but several witnesses, including teachers, often put Parker as butting into a conversation Thompson is having with other underclassmen. It seems out of character for Parker, and it gives Thompson just enough rationale to avoid being labelled as starting something with Parker. It's not out of character for Thompson to be overtly aggressive, but it is out of character for Parker to step into the limelight. It seems I have the two of them in my office every other week or so. I think I need to investigate that also. Well, the chemistry teacher said, whatever we can do, we need to find out where Peter is academically and what we can do to move him along. I can't be the teacher that didn't help my student. Principal Moritor rubbed his chin again. Let me ask around the other teachers and see if they have any similar thoughts on Mr. Parker or if it is unique to chemistry. Then we can see where we will go from there. Sound okay? That sounds really good, Ms. Williams smiled in reply. Anything that will help solve the mystery of Peter Parker is okay with me. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this chapter. Have a lovely rest of your day.